Hey guys, it's Josh. This is part 2 to my Trailmaster TM38. I'm going to go over some of the mods I've done since the last time I made a video, which you can go back to the first one if you want to. I do have, as first thing you notice, is I did go ahead and put 2014 KTM SXF 350 plastics on it. I did put a graphics kit on it. I think I got the plastics kit for about $160. I got the decal kit, or the graphics kit for it, for about $204 or so, and it really made the bike pop. I did go ahead and use the factory Trailmaster fork guards. With them, the reason I did that is because you do have to remove your forks completely, and those fork guards actually slide up and go up over the forks, and then you slide them back on. You have to reassemble it to the bike, and I just didn't feel like doing that. But I did go ahead and tie it together with these fairings. I bought a sheet of sticker decals, then I made the T on it blue, and I put this blue up here, and I put some around the back side, and it's a perfect match. It ties everything in together. I used the factory Trailmaster headlight. I know it don't look like it, but I added the blue to it on both sides. I ordered a KTM decal sheet, and it come with this sticker right here, and I used it to cover up where it said Trailmaster on it. And that is a nice factory sharp look to it. So I did spend a little bit of money doing that. I mean, I got about $360, $370 doing that, but everything worked out good. It looks awesome. All right. Okay, and then on the front, I put on this fork guard on the right hand side of it. This fits a Honda CRF 250R. I put that on. That'll protect the bottom of your fork, and you can still remove your axle bolt and all that without having to really remove it. I put on a disc guard to a Honda CRF, and from my understanding, the front ends of these bikes are Hondas. Even though the frame and the plastics and all that is a KTM, your front end, including your forks, your hub, your wheel spokes, your tire, your rim, they all come from a Honda. And your rear end comes from a Honda. All right. So your rear end, I'm still trying to match up parts for your rear end. I don't know exactly which Honda that comes from. It could be the CRF 250Rs or 450Rs. Not exactly sure yet. But I have started matching up the parts for the front end. I do have a 2019 CRF 250R axle coming, and I'll verify that and make sure that works. I don't know if the spacers work, because on them, if you look, on the Trailmaster, spacers are the same length on both sides of the rim. On the CRFs, you'll see one looks to be the right size, and the other one is actually slightly shorter. So I'm not sure if those work or not, but I will be testing that in the future. That's one of those that's pretty much a cheap thing to order. And if I need one of each, I can order 2 kits, or however, or if it fits, it fits. All right, you can see I added engine guards. These are made of resin. Them are pretty cool. They'll help protect the engine until I can get a full-size skid plate, which I'm pretty sure the KTM SXF will fit. I put a longer brake pedal lever, and it is folding. In case you hit something, it'll fold up. The factory one's a little bit shorter. It's more of an MX style bike, which you want that kind of out of the way if you're jumping and stuff. So, but me, I want more of a in-between a trail and an MX bike. So I put that on there. Really cool. I think I ordered that one on Amazon. I got exhaust guards put on it on the front and rear. I left the center open so we can get a little more airflow in there and help it naturally cool down. I do have a Nibby ignition coil and an MSD straight boot. Make sure you get a straight boot, no matter what anybody says. The little elbow style one, the L-shaped one, will come down. The only way you can get it to fit is come down through here, and then your wires, no matter what you do, that wire is going to be touching something if you want it to look good. So I did get a straight boot to put on there. It worked great. Wasn't intimidating. Didn't buy no special tools, just use pliers to crimp it together. On the rear ends of these are Hondas. These covers, I have new covers ordered for your brake caliper guard and your disc guard. That's just I ordered from AliExpress, and some of that stuff comes in real fast. Some of it does not, and those were actually some of the stuff I ordered first, and I've got stuff I ordered last week showing up, and this stuff I ordered a month and a half ago and not showed up yet. So that's kind of the thing with Ali. It's up to the individual seller how they ship it, and from China they do several different shipping companies, different methods. It's not as simplified as what's here in America. I'll show you the engine guards. On this side, you do have your flywheel cover guard here. I did put one of them on there. I have CNC'd flywheel cover or timing view hole covers here and here that are orange. I have them up here. I have orange valve covers. Those don't come with gaskets, and they need longer screws. They're awesome. But just keep in mind, do not try and force your factory screws down into that, because you could mess that engine up. You will need slightly one size smaller, which you can go to Tractor Supply, you can go to Lowe's, and they will have those. So you just have to find it and get one slightly smaller to make up for, because these are thinner than the OEM ones. The cap itself, say the OEM one's that thick, these are like half of it. So you need a bolt that's at least a third of it cut short. Or you could take your old ones and cut them. I mean, I don't really recommend that because bolts are so cheap. But you know, you can do what you want to do. I do have, I put this on there, a new shift lever. This one has an extension. And all you got to do is look up NC250 shift lever. They're all the same, because this spline being the same up in here. They're all the same. You can use it shorter, which would be, the one that come from the factory is even shorter than this. It's set up more for an MX bike, where, like I said, I wanted something in between a trail bike and all, and I was having trouble getting my big boots. I mean, I couldn't do it naturally, change gears. So I ordered this one. It come with that, and I also was able to get this extension piece to make it come out even farther. It is foldable, so if you hit a rock, I know a lot of you are like, hit rocks, blah, blah, blah. Well, it folds in. So it's not that big of a deal. You hit a rock, smooth over it, and they're so cheap. I think I gave like 12 bucks. So that's a pretty cool upgrade to me, and what I need for my feet. Alright, for the back, I do have a new chain guard ordered in a different color. That one's a Honda one as well. I put grab handles on it, front and rear. I ordered these for a KTM SXF on here. They screw into your factory holes underneath. On this side, on the bracket, it comes with a metal bracket that you screw in. On that bracket, I did have to take and grind a little bit of this side off, so it would kind of sit in there flush. But if you're on the trail, you can reach up, grab it. Camera's having issues. You can reach up and grab it, because this is plastic. It doesn't have a metal frame under it like some other bikes. When you grab it, you're just grabbing plastic. The only other place is right here where you screwed that in, and you're going to touch your exhaust. There's just not any room. You can burn yourself if your bike's hot and you fall over. So you add these, pick it up, move it around, slide it around. Also did the front set as well. All right. Front set goes right here. It wraps around your forks right here, right here. Don't screw into anything, just wrap it around, buckle it up, and you pull it out. If you fall over and your buddies are trying to help you pull out of a ditch, most of the time what they'll do is grab your spokes and bend your spokes. So this is a way to keep somebody from doing that. If you see them go to grab that tire, say, nope, grab that. All right, it does have, and I got more caps over here for your oil fill drain, and this one right here. I do have an oil filter plug cover coming for your oil filter. I've got one of those coming, but that's in the shipment of AliExpress stuff. They consolidate a bunch of orders and put it in one big package. That's one of them, and it's just not coming. It's just forever slow, and you can't really track it. It'll say out for delivery, but what they mean by that is it's out from China to being delivered to the US. That don't mean it's being delivered to your house. That means it's being delivered to the United States Customs Service. So that can be misleading. It does have, I did put the Joe Henner flywheel, advanced flywheel key on it. It's pretty simple. It's some basic tools. There's the Dirt Bike Dave channel. You can look him up and he gives you a walkthrough. On this particular engine, it takes a 19mm socket instead of a 17 to actually get the flywheel nut off, but that's no big deal. If you buy a set of sockets, it comes with it, but everything else is pretty much identical. For my handbar guards, the sticker did not come on it, but they were plain orange. That come inside of the KTM decal kit that I got for that, and I just ordered that on Amazon. I think it was $23 or $24 for the whole sticker kit, and I got a bunch of them left. It did come with a KTM sticker that I can use to cover the Trailmaster, and it does it perfectly. But I'm choosing at this moment not to. But them stickers did, on the grips, give it a little more detail, a little more style, make it look a lot better. And that's about it for now. I'm still ordering parts, still trying to upgrade it, trying to get stuff together. I bought this blue throttle tube. I got it at Cycle Gear. I think I paid $2.50 for it. I bought a blue one, and I got my wife a pink one for her four-wheeler, but I think she's lost it. Everything seems to work pretty good. You just want to run it for an hour or so, change the oil, run a couple more hours, change the oil. I did buy paper oil filters. They come with metal ones with screens in them, but I wanted paper since this is a brand new engine. I want all the particles out of it. I don't want just big chunks. I want all of it out. So I ordered them. I actually ordered mine on Amazon from USA stock, and I got 2 of them for $10. But you can order them from China, but you're only really saving $1 or 2 unless the American ones run out of stock. You can see that's a pretty bike now. And that's about it. In the future, I do plan on having Joe Henner port me ahead. I would like to do that in the future. I have kind of like an upgraded cover for this. They make a plastic cover to use your factory one that'll just bolt right on top of it. But what I did was ordered a second one that's made of metal. I ordered an orange one and also a blue one. The orange one comes with an upgraded water pump impeller. So it's the thing, it spins, it kind of sucks everything through. The factory one is like a plastic resin one, and the one that's coming with the orange one's actually a metal one, so you can put that in there and you don't have to worry about it wearing out. But it's one of the things from China that just will not get delivered. So I'm waiting on that to come in. And there's a few other parts. I have an orange intake manifold coming right here. I have an orange boot coming. And then I actually, for this back here, they sell an adapter for a couple bucks where you can put an aftermarket filter on it, like one of the cone filters. I don't really recommend those because they don't really work that well. And I know that through my Hawk DLXs. You can ride them for about 2 hours in dust and take it off and your throttle body's just covered in red clay. So I'm going to stay with the factory style. Factory style is KTM style. If you look up their airbox for a KTM SXX will fit in that hole, but it has an extra like sensor in it for it's like an air mass flow sensor or something. You could just unplug it and leave it in there and it'd be fine if you needed to replace that. But they're designed for racing. They know what they're doing, and I'm going to leave that on there, especially if you get into a trail and you drop it in water or a creek or something like that, which is normally muddy or rocky, and you're going to drop it eventually. With this style, for the factory style, you're more likely to not get your air filter wet. Or with the other style, if it rains, you're sucking water into your engine. That's just all there is to it. People say that's an upgrade, and they do that to thinking that the engine will get more air, and on some vehicles, it does. I just don't see it with the design of this one, designed by KTM, it doing any benefits whatsoever. I actually see it doing more harm to add an aftermarket cone filter to this than good. And that's just my personal opinion on it. Some of you may feel differently, but I don't. That's just the way I feel. I think you should stay factory on that air filter. All right, I do have blue guards coming. This was done, I purchased them about 2 weeks ago, so I'm still waiting on them, which they actually hit customs this morning. So that'll be changed to blue. I have covers coming for the front and rear brake tops that are going to be blue to kind of match some of this other blue stuff and kind of tie it in more together instead of this silver that just kind of stands out a little bit because, KTM grips with a little KTM thumb pad. I know I wear my thumbs out when I ride. I just ride and they rub. So I'll have it on the side of my thumb about right there on both sides. So I put them on there. That's supposed to help. I don't know if it really will or not. I've only really actually rode this bike for about an hour. Oh, I did put on a aftermarket RPM gauge tachometer that has a built-in hour meter. I got it on Amazon for $11. It's mounted under the seat right here. I did put it underneath the seat. I wire tied it to a piece of frame that was right here. And what you do with it is it has a built-in battery. You can change that out over 2 years. And then to get your RPMs, this might be hard to see, but if you see this black wire wrapped around, let me see if I can get it from this angle. Right there. You wrap that around. That wire comes with the hour meter. You wrap it around 4 to 5 loops and wire tie each end so it doesn't come out, and that will tell you your RPMs. So that'll actually help some of you guys that are tuning the carburetor determine if what you're doing, if you're adjusting your air idle fuel screw mixture, if it's actually raising RPMs or lowering RPMs, and it'll help you judge that. And it'll also help you judge your idle speed. Idle speed's normally like 1500 to like 1800. I myself on this bike are running at about 1650, just somewhere right in the middle. So, and that just seems to work best for me. It sounds the best. You're not wasting extra fuel or extra wear and tear on the engine. But all right, if you guys like and subscribe to my channel, if you got any more questions, any more comments, leave them down in the video. Like I said, I am buying parts for the front end. I was told a man directly swapped his 2019 CRF 250R tire, rim, and hub over to this Trailmaster TM38. He used that axle that come off of that CBR or CRF with his Trailmaster spacers. And so I'm still matching parts up, but I know so far both guards that I've bought was off a CRF 250R, and on the rear, the two guards back here was off a CRF 250R. But they make different year models, and if you go looking up some of that stuff, one part says it might fit from an 04 to a 2020, then the next part 04 to 08, then the next part might be 06 to 2019, and so it can be hard to kind of match some of this stuff up, but you can get these parts made by Honda. I mean, you actually can, and if you had access to older dirt bikes or in a Honda shop or something, you wouldn't have an issue matching them up. It's just me, it's kind of one of them things where you have to waste money to see if it fits and send it back, or, you know, if you're ordering through AliExpress, if you're ordering from China, you really can't send that stuff back. You're just stuck with it. That's kind of like these frame guards I put on. I ordered these from AliExpress. They don't fit. Couldn't send them back, so I just cut them off and used what part I could of it. What happened is I ordered the wrong year model. Instead of ordering the right year model, I ordered one for a 2000 and, well, I really don't remember. I ordered one set and I was supposed to buy the newer set, and I didn't, but I didn't know it because I waited for a month for it to come from China. Then when I got it, blah blah, can't send it back. So that's kind of one of the things I have to start back over on. But I do know that you can get them, and it's just I bought the wrong one for the SXF. You can put Honda forks on this, fork guards on this. It comes with the KTM style fork guards, but like with KO, everything, all this is the same. It's just they come with the Honda fork guard, where this one comes with the KTM fork guard. From my understanding, all the bolt holes line up and stuff, and you can just swap it out. And those might even have a slit in the back of it where you can just pop it on and don't actually have to do take the whole thing off. But you're going to have to do that anyway if you're trying to save these fork guards for future, because if you're doing some riding, you're more than likely going to bust them eventually. All right, well, like I said, if you got any more questions, write it in the comments below. Thank you, and a big shout out to Joe Henner for providing me with the Flywheel key. That was pretty awesome of him. He's a great guy, and if you guys need any parts, definitely hit him up. Thanks.